present that insights of the inside wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, we have very renowned speaker today with us, Mr. Deepak Sinha. So let me just first give the brief outline about the speaker, and then we will start with our main session. So Mr. Deepak Sinha, who will be delivering the lecture on engineering the mind through Bhagavad Gita, understanding anger, frustration, and peak mental efficiency. Mr. Sinha is a management postgraduate from Punjab University, where he was awarded the gold medal for his academic excellence. With a rich teaching career spanning more than 15 years, he has served as a professor in several reputed engineering institutions, contributing significantly to academic development and student monitoring. In addition to his teaching experience, Mr. Sinha has also provided consultancy to various educational institutes, assisting them in strengthening the academic process, leadership practices, and institutional effectiveness. With this unique blend of management expertise, extensive academic experience, and deep understanding of human behavior, Mr. Sinha brings a practical and insightful perspective to timeless wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, making it highly relevant for today's engineering students. We warmly invite all the students to attend this enriching session and gain valuable insights into mental clarity, emotional balance, and peak performance. So I welcome you here, sir, at the Dhyan Kendra and other dignitaries who are present here. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you all since you come by your own resonance at this novel path of spirituality, which very few people travel. That's why it is called as a path of Mahavirs, right? So I welcome you all. So I hope this session will clear your deeper insights of your remove some of the deep sankaras in your body and mind and bring help you in overcoming the daily life problems much better. So sir, you can please start with the session. Thank you.
Hello. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yen Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Jai Shri Krishna. I welcome you all in this session, which is intended to talk on anger, frustration, and what is the peak mental efficiency. Before I start with this interactive session, I must acknowledge that this is an honor for me that I am interacting with the students who has the caliber and potential to write the destiny of this country. And not only this country, they have the capability to be the driver of the whole world. This institute has the legacy to produce dignitaries, administrators, and the world leaders since history. And again, I am pleased also to share that I am also passed out from this institute, and I am 2002 batch pass out. With tremendous experience in the teaching industry and with as a consultant with the various institutes, now this is a time where success has changed the definition, and what its meaning is actually, it's not only related to your designation, your amount of wealth you have gathered, your basically you can say that how much you are known in the society. This definition and parameters have changed. Round the clock, you can find that technology, they are hijacking you, but are you aware of it or not? We will talk on this issue. The very first thing, this will not be a one-way track. This is an interactive session. So in the last also, we will give you 15 minutes to raise the questions which is in your mind. But in a very practical sense, we would be talking, relating, because knowledge is not unique. Bhagavad Gita's knowledge is not unique. It is already available on the internet also. Everybody is sharing with you through reels, through books. But it is a game of realization. And very few people actually realize it. That's why Deepak sir has already congratulated you that you are on a track. Very few people actually go through it. You are engineers, you program systems. And for the best efficiency, you consider all the parameters, that what are the factors we need to consider so that the system can be maximized, output can be maximized. But as a you, have you ever read your own system, that how your mind behaves? When I say we will talk about anger, we will talk about frustration, then what is the algorithm in our mind where anger comes out? And till the time you are not aware of the entire algorithm inside your mind, I think you cannot change the programming. That's what, as a computer engineer, you do. You program it. And when the results are not desirable because it has been programmed by you, you change, the programming, and then the desired result comes. So same thing I am sharing with you. First of all, we need to understand the programming inside our mind. What are the factors which control us, which hijack us? Then only we can find out the solution. There is no second thought that you people are the great future leaders. But again, the question is, even when you achieve that so-called objective of your life, and when you reach at your destination, then all of a sudden you realize that probably this was not my goal. You have wasted your life. So what are the factors to consider? That, in this interactive session, we will interact with you in detail. I take one example. In this example, suppose you are a horse rider. You try to sit on a horse, and the horse is under your control. Your destination is clear to you. That means there is no problem. You are already a skilled horse rider. You will sit on the horse. Destination is known to you. You will reach there. But there can be other way around also. You don't know horse riding, and even horse is not under your control. Then there is a strong probability that you will met with undesired results. Even it may cost your life. And that's what happening in this society. Daily you read in the newspaper that some of the bureaucrats have shooted himself. A few weeks ago, I think 1.5 weeks ago, there is one strong businessman in Karnataka, he shooted himself. So that means check it, that even achieving tremendous amount of wealth and fame, their virus inside them has crashed their software. So what is the actual meaning of life? If this is the outcome of achieving entire thing, then we need to check it. And that timeless wisdom, Bhagavad Gita, it is very priceless nowadays to understand the real meaning of life and real meaning of success. That is why one quote has been said, Manev Manushyanam Karanam Bandhamokshu. If mind is your friend, you can achieve anything. If mind is your enemy, then I think you will fall into trouble. It may create havoc in your life. Then how to tame the mind? That's the question. And then when I will tell you the process, then during this process, then we will realize where is the place of anger, where is the place of frustration, then what is that setting of mind which can give us the peak mental efficiency. Isn't it relevant nowadays? Because everywhere we are finding it difficult, that we are lost in technology, we are lost in circumstances, we are lost in situations. So the moment we lost, that means we have surrendered and some other force will hijack us. Am I correct till this point? So my objective of this session is clear to all the students. It is not about materialistic wealth. It is not about achieving name and fame. You people already have the potential to create miracles in this world. The fact is to realize this knowledge in a very practical and interactive way, that how it can change our life. Now, as an observer, observe your body from where the entire process starts. Suppose in front of me, this is a very beautiful mobile. Then again and again, I started to think about this thought. Then there will be an attachment with that thought that I need this, and it will get converted into desire that I need it. Very peacefully understand the process, because till the time you will not understand the process, you will not able to correct the system which is prevailing inside you. Every organization has some particular kind of system, and till the time you don't have the knowledge that what is that system, you can't correct the system. I have said that this is a mobile. Initially, just I am sitting here, I saw this mobile first time. Then there is, a constant thought inside me, I need it, I need it, I need it. Contemplation of this thought has created an attachment with this. This not only mobile, the sense objects can be anything. It can be some person, it can be some situation, because mobile itself doesn't have any consciousness. Now he is not changing my thought is already programmed, and I am accepting the thought just by my own mind programming. I have just seen it again and again. I contemplated the thought, attachment got created, it has converted into desire. Now, when it has got converted into desire, then slowly and slowly, any action, any act which is obstructing me in accomplishment of my desire will produce the anger. This is not me who is saying, it is clearly written in the Bhagavad Gita. Dhyayato Vishyan Punsah Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamah Kamat Krodho Bhijayate क्रोधाद भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहाद स्मृति विभ्रम स्मृति भ्रंशाद बुद्धिनाशे बुद्धिनाशाद प्रणश्यति. मतलब how a single thought can destroy us, and then where is the handle, where is the gear, I will again tell you, but let me complete the process first. So I have reached, when a thought become your desire, then any action, any thought which is obstructing in the accomplishment and fulfillment of your desire will produce anger. Krodhad bhavati sammoha. Anger is that state of mind in which illusion comes into your mind. Illusion means you are not in a position to visualize the way things are actually it is. You become elusive. So, krodhad bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhramaha. So when you reach to that stage where you are illusioned, then it results into memory loss. Are you getting my point? It is, again, I am telling you the algorithm. क्रोधाद भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात स्मृति विभ्रमा स्मृति भ्रंशाद बुद्धि नाशे. और जब आपकी मेमोरी की लॉस होती है तो आपका इंटेलेक्ट जो है that dies. And I think the entire life is based on the intellect only. When your intellect dies, that means there is a havoc in your life. So this is the complete algorithm. Now try to find out the catch in this algorithm, where it went wrong. I am passing through some situation. I realized this place is very beautiful. All of a sudden a thought came inside me. I need a house in this colony, in this posh area, whatever, a desire achieved. Then contemplation of that thought, again and again, morning since evening, like in your age, that example will be very perfect. You suppose a male sees a beautiful girl, then morning to evening he keeps on contemplating that thoughts into mind. I need it, I need it, I need it, that it becomes your desire. Then any such kind of acts and actions which is obstructing in the accomplishment of desire creates the anger. And when you are anger, you become delusive. Delusive means loss of memory. Loss of memory means loss of intelligence. Then obviously you commit such kind of activity, which becomes a problem for the rest of your life to the parents and to your relatives, brothers, whosoever it is. So problem was not with the situation. Situation may be mobile, situation may be watching a beautiful girl, situation may be I want to acquire a beautiful house. It is basically the contemplation of the same thought into the mind. We allowed it. And any action which you since morning to evening you will contemplate, definitely there will be an attachment in that contemplation and it becomes your desire. So basically we have to stop that contemplation. How to stop that contemplation? It is the property of mind. Mind is doing it. We don't know how to stop it. Ideal hierarchy of human psychology is सबसे पहले सेंसेस, सेंसेस से ऊपर आएगा मन, माइंड, माइंड को कंट्रोल करने वाला होगा इंटेलेक्ट, बुद्धि, और सबसे ऊपर आएगा आत्मा. योर सोल इज ऑब्जर्वर. It has only the impressions of all your actions. I am telling you the hierarchy. For an ideal life, for a peaceful life, Bhagavad Gita says कि self is the highest one, then your intellect, intellect controls the mind, minds control the senses. If you follow the life with this hierarchy, then your life is meaningful. But actually what is happening that most of the people follows the reverse hierarchy. When officers control the subordinate, system is okay. But when subordinate starts controlling the officers, it can create problem. Not only can create, it is creating problem. That is why there is a Dhyan Kendra. That is why Bhagavad Gita session, whosoever has established this institution must have that foresighted vision that is why we all are here for this interaction. So, how to stop this contemplation of thought inside the mind? This is very important. Am I making sense? Are you able to understand the thing it is? So, how to take the control of your mind? There is a karma yoga. Karma yoga, before that, one more mathematical formula which I wanted to share with you. If you want to control your mind, you have to strong your intellect. Till the time intellect is not strong, your mind will not be under your control. If your mind is weaker, intellect is stronger, you can do anything in your life what you wanted to achieve. And moreover, at the same time, you can realize the importance of that goal, you can relish that goal in your life. But if the force of your intellect is weaker and your mind is pulling your intellect down, that means you are wasting your life. And when your intellect becomes stronger and you reach up to a level, that terminology in the Bhagavad Gita is used as sthit pragya. That means Bhagavad Gita is telling us that if you are driven by your mind, you will roam here and there, you will not reach anywhere. But if you utilize your intellect in the God, there are certain principles also, they tend to lead the life. For that, your intellect, this will become very stronger, and then you will feel peace and you will enjoy it. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Arjun is totally confused, he raises the question to Lord Krishna, Sthit pragyasya ka bhasha, smadhisthasya keshav, sthitdhi kim prabhashet, kimasit vrjet kim. I mean, the person who is driven by the intellect and who has established himself in that divine consciousness, what is his symptom? Sthit pragyasya ka bhasha. What is his definition? Hey Keshav. Sthit dhi kim prabhashe. How do they talk? Kim asid. How do they sit? Kim varjet. How do they walk? So, how will now you identify? There are two kind of person. One who is driven by mind, and the other who is driven by the intellect. So the question of Arjun to the Lord Krishna is कि how will we identify such kind of person? Then he says sthit pragya terminology, that one who has established himself into the divine consciousness is sthit pragya. And how can that stage, mental stage of sthit pragya can be achieved? Then the formula comes karma yoga. The objective of karma yoga, yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddha siddhayo samo bhutva samatvam yoguchyate. That means we should prepare ourselves to a level where circumstances are not wavering us. That's what is happening nowadays. Reverse is happening. According to the situation and circumstances, we take stress, we don't know how to react, and then any unwanted situation and happening occurs. So the basically when we control ourselves, we establish ourselves in that divine consciousness, then only the external circumstances doesn't affect us, and we every situation sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo ततो युद्धाय युजयस्व नैवं पापम वाप्स्यसि. सुख दुख में, लाभ हानि में एक सेम स्टेज में आप रहते हैं. This stage is very important, and this is the real objective of life. When even these kind of people who have established the designation, wealth, fame, they do not meet and connect themselves with this philosophy of life, then such kind of incident occurs, which I shared a few moments back. So how to do that? Is there any particular formula to achieve it? Yes, Karma Yoga. Now what is Karma Yoga? You must have listened that shlok since childhood, but the real meaning you will realize now. Karmannaye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karam phal hetubhur ma te sangostu karmani. कि हे अर्जुन, तुम्हारा सिर्फ और सिर्फ कर्म पर ही अधिकार है, कर्म के फलों पर तुम्हारा अधिकार नहीं है. आप कर्म मत त्यागो, कर्म की आसक्ति त्यागो. That means attachment with the fruits of the actions. While preparing for certain exams, suppose you are preparing for elite class examination in your life, you come under tremendous stress. But why? Why to stress? Your only duty, that's what the Karma Yoga is. Please try to feel it. You must have listened all the things, but now feel it and connect with yourself. Your only duty is to act. And when you do not keep the result into your mind, then your efficiency. Now I am talking about the peak mental efficiency, how it can be achieved. So when you are totally focused towards your act, whether result comes in your favor or result doesn't come in your favor, it is not your duty. It is not under your control, and this is the fact. So this knowledge comes into picture when life get reverses. Till the time things are happening as per your expectation, you don't need to listen to Bhagavad Gita. You are saying everything is okay, everything is okay, everything is okay. But you must have read probability also, that there are certain favorable number of cases and there are certain unfavorable number of cases. Till the time your desire, your expectation lies in the favorable number of cases, you will not say nothing is Bhagavad Gita, I am okay. But when you face reverses in your life, there is no medicine and no solution even with the doctor to counsel you, to treat you. Because it is your own mindset, it is your own engine, which you need to be very strong intellect. What is happening, that means the entire objective is to be the observer of yourself, what you are doing. How can it be achieved? It is a game of practice. When I say it is a game of practice, that means some particular action is needed to reach that level. Some particular action means you should rise early in the morning, you should pray to God, you should go for walk, because physical health, mental health, they all are interrelated. There is some Panch Kosha principle also. Panch Kosha, Annamay Kosh, Pranmay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vigyanmay Kosh, Anandamay Kosh. We will not talk in this much detail. The reason being कि whatever action you do, you perform in your daily life, it has direct or indirect impact in your mind. The first objective is to control our mind, complete control of mind. Then only you can direct it. Till now, my interaction is clear, or somebody has some kind of confusion first of all? Anybody? Is it okay? Or do I need to brief again 2 or 3 lines? The very process I shared with you, that objective is to control your mind. How to? I told you the hierarchy also. Your sense objects, then your mind, then your intellect. And intellect should be strong enough to control your mind. How to strong your intellect? That I already told you, with the practice, with the knowledge, with the patience. And this knowledge will come into, if the hierarchy is reversed, that is creating the havoc. If you are not in a situation to control your desires, that will create the complication. So for that, everything you need to surrender and practice it with the God, sometimes by rising early in the morning when it is. That's the one thing, Bhagavad Gita. So when I said anger, I told you anger concept is clear. अब anger को control करने के लिए what to do? We should not allow the mental contemplation of any thought. When you will not allow the mental contemplation of any thought, that means your temptation is dying. Then at a certain level, when you practice this thing, you will start feeling yourself into the divine consciousness. Whether things are happening as per your expectation or does not happening as per your expectation, you left expecting itself. That's what the Buddha also said. Attachment is the root cause of pain. You are not allowing the production of attachment with that sense objects. Sense objects are all around inside you. It can be through marketing, it can be through social media, it can be through any relation, anything. And when you are being governed by the sense objects, havoc comes. So the objective is basically we have to control our mind so that it may not be tempted towards the sense objects. Then what are the uses of the senses? Then for what we have the senses? The entire senses collectively we have to concentrate and focus in the divine consciousness. So I know it is very difficult for you students at this point of time to understand the high philosophy, but at least you should be aware. And the more and more early you start practicing this concept in your life, it will be better for you. You may be, again, I'm saying, at the top of the world, but at the same time, you will not lose the mental level, which is the prime requisite at this point of time. Any questions so far anybody want to ask, so that I may further proceed? Let me take the topic also. Any questions so far? Yes, please.
Is it bad to have desires?
See, it is not bad. इसका एक भगवद गीता में कहा गया है कि अगर आपकी इच्छा पूरी होती है तो वो लोभ को जन्म देती है, ठीक है। अगर इच्छा पूरी नहीं होती तो क्रोध को जन्म देती है। पर हम हैं तो इंसान, हम इसे डील कैसे करें? इच्छाएं तो आएंगी, बैड या गुड तो बात की बात है, इच्छाएं तो आएंगी। उसके लिए श्लोक कहा गया, आपूर्यमाणम चल प्रतिष्ठम समुद्र मापः परिविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामा यम परिविशन्ति सर्वे स शांति मापनोति न काम कामी। कहने का मतलब ये है, यू कंसीडर द एग्जाम्पल कि एक छोटा सा, सपोज करिए, रिवर है, उसमें फ्लड आता है, वो आसपास के गाँव में, शहरों में, सब जगह डिस्ट्रक्शन कर देगा। और वो सारा पानी जब एक बहुत बड़े ओशियन में, महासागर में जाके मिलता है, तो महासागर शांति के साथ खड़ा है और उस समुद्र का सारा पानी, नदी का सारा पानी अपने अंदर अलाउ कर देता है कि आ जाओ आप, और शांति के साथ ग्रहण कर लेता है। दैट स्टेट इज द डिवाइन कॉन्शियसनेस। डिजायर होना गुड और बैड नहीं है। आप ऑब्जर्व करके शायद डिजायर्स को फॉलो मत करिए, आप बीइंग एन ऑब्जर्वर सिर्फ देखिए कि अच्छी है कि बुरी है, और उसको अपने इंटेलेक्ट को इतना स्ट्रांग करिए कि किस पे एक्ट करना है, किस पे एक्ट नहीं करना है, वो आप रियलाइज कर सकें। एम आई क्लियर? एनीबडी एल्स प्लीज? यस प्लीज।
सर जैसे अगर बहुत टाइम तक आपने किसी मल्टीपल लोगों से बात करी हो,
हाँ
लोनलीनेस को ही दूर करने के लिए,
हाँ
लेकिन एक मोमेंट पे आज आपने डिसाइड किया कि आपको फिर से अकेला रहना है,
हाँ।
तो उसके बाद जो लोनलीनेस आती है उसको कैसे डील करें?
कम अगेन, आपका क्वेश्चन क्लियर नहीं हुआ कि आपने मल्टीपल लोगों से बात की हो। हाँ,
अपनी लोनलीनेस को दूर करने के लिए,
अपनी लोनलीनेस को दूर करने के लिए, ओके।
फिर एक मोमेंट पे आपने फिर से सोचा
हाँ,
कि मुझे वापस अकेला रहना है, लेकिन वो लोनलीनेस फिर से पीछा नहीं छोड़ रही।
this is basically emotional turbulence which you are talking about the situation. When your intellect will be stronger, that then automatically this stage will not come. This is the symptom where actually the knowledge comes. Bhagavad Gita has basically been classified into three categories: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga, I have shared with you how to do action keeping the divine forces into your mind. That's the one stage. Any action. When you are loneliness, that means needs correction. There is some virus in your programming, to be very honest, which is called depression also, or something this. There is nothing called loneliness. That Bhagavad Gita says, when you 24-hour engage your senses in the Lord services and think about the Lord, that means ki nishkam karma, you can say. When you will not, think about any other thing except God, that stage is the perfect stage. But otherwise, you need Bhagavad Gita to fill yourself. And then when with a Karma Yoga you have nothing, then comes Jnana Yoga. Then what is that knowledge which is needed to remove any kind of problem? This stage which you are talking about is an emotional turbulence, but there can be certain other kind of problems also inside you. So that Jnana Yoga, that how it can be corrected. And when Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga both combines, automatically you surrenders. That Sharanagati is called Bhakti Yoga. That you have basically, your question has projected कि if this kind of disease happens, then what is the solution? Am I right? So पहले अकेले मल्टीपल लोगों से बात करनी, फिर अकेले हो जाना, फिर बात करनी. That means that steady state of mind has not reached. You are during the traveling, and you need the true knowledge which is called eternal wisdom. That what is the reality? Why you decided first not to interact, then you decided interact. That means your first perception was wrong, then you carried on the second perception, then all of a sudden you realize your second perception is wrong, then you followed the third perception. Then the question is, throughout the life, if you will keep on experimenting every perception, your life will become very short. You do not have that time to experiment this much. So ultimately, what is that eternal truth? What is that reality? This is the quest. And when you will meet this quest through these kind of knowledges, then ultimately you will become stable. Then you are not loneliness. Other people are seeking you to listen to you. Ki, where is he? And I want to meet him. Any other question, please? Yes.
So what if we have a righteous desire and it doesn't get fulfilled? Like what if we have a perception, we think that it is good and it doesn't get fulfilled?
Yes. See, first of all, right or wrong is not under your control. You have simply a desire. And your question should be more accurate when you say, what if my desires are not fulfilled? During my session only, I said, Bhagavad Gita's knowledge comes into play when things are not happening as per our expectation. That means our desires are not fulfilled. Now, I already tell you, now think, apply your wisdom. Because that desire, is not accomplished, but as per your wisdom, you have to realize whether it is right or wrong. your desire is not accomplished. But if you read the probability also, there must be certain times when, things may not occur as per your expectation. Probability is there. You are not God. Only tum puran paramatma, the perfect man, is the controller of this God, and only he is the person who can dream to, not only dream, who can control rather everything to happen. And not only with you, with every students, every teacher, even me and some, all human beings have certain point of time their dreams, desires are not accomplished. Then so what? That's what I said, the karma yoga. You did your work honestly. Hona na hona, it is in the hand of God. Are you saying? You are not the controller basically. You can simply put your hand, nahi bhi hua, you can keep yourself still motivated that things will happen, in the later future. Every action has equal and opposite reaction as per the Newton's third law of motion. You have done this action, its reaction will be somewhere, but right now it is not, known to you what has happened. But this universe is full of energy, and you must have read the law of conservation of energy also. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form of energy into another form of energy. So when you have done any work, definitely it will have some, reaction in this universe. It will happen, but it is not known to you at this point of time. So don't get depressed. Again, you say, yeah, I did my, go ahead. I have did my job, nothing happened, go ahead. That's what the karma yoga is, like this only. You don't focus on the result. Are you?
Yes, sir, but I have a question that there is an instant feeling of disappointment, right? You don't succeed. So how to deal with it? That instant feeling of disappointment, which can last for
You
several
you
days.
have to strong your intellect.
And how exactly to do that?
I told you the practical thing is basically you have to enhance the gap between stimulus and response. This will give you the time. Any action, just to interpret the reaction and response, you will enhance yourself to give the time. You must have to increase the time between two. This will give a pause inside your mind, your mental calmness, and this will help you to think, to observe the action and reaction wisely. One thing. Then the mental debugging, second case comes. You are forcing me to go on certain topics which are again, the time is less, and I want to, then the mental debugging. Whenever in the morning you sit in isolation, you have to debug your mind. What action has been done, whether it was a right or it was a wrong. Then, intellect wise, you have to think ki, what is there, why it went wrong. Then automatically, slowly and slowly, you will become that ocean which I am telling you, ki not only single desire. When you will prepare your mind in such a way that whether sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labh ho jaye, chahe sukh ho, chahe dukh ho, chahe labh ho, chahe hani ho, आप अपने आप में ही you will establish yourself in that strong mindset. Bhagavad Gita has one more example, like a tortoise. उसके 5-6 पैर होते हैं, आगे एक हेड भी होती है. They are like the sensors. Our senses are like the sensors. When tortoise opens his limbs and all other things, that means our senses are getting connected, and whenever there is a danger, Bhagavad Gita, shrinks all his senses. So that means same is the case with us. When ear, nose, tongue, skin, everybody knows the 5 senses, right? So when we are attached through this world, these sensors are the sensors. And when you find something doesn't happen and it is, slowly and slowly disappointing us, shrink your senses. And all the senses directed to the God. That it was not my wish, it was the wish of God. And in this way, there will be some instant reaction, a disappointment, but very soon you will, energize yourself. And again, the more and more you will practice this mindset, it is not an overnight game. Let me tell you in a very practical way. And even once you read the Bhagavad Gita, you live it, you will find that after some days, you are again illusioned in this world. So like you are charging your mobile on daily basis, daily in the day you utilize it, and then in the night you charge it. In the same case, daily exhaust your energy in your daily life, and in the evening you have to recharge it by not only Bhagavad Gita, any scripture which you want, which energizes you, that becomes your source of energy. And that is the real source of energy. Because every other source they are temporary and it will get vanish. When I say every other source it is temporary, that means when we lead the life, basically we lead not life, we are living a thought. And at certain point of time, like he said, firstly we interacted with the people, then we became isolated, then again we started to interact. So throughout the life you will keep on working and experimenting your thought. But you are too young. But 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Akshar Brahma Yoga, when you are about to die, that chapter he deals it. Every thought which you have created with the material, for the possession of material, that was temporary, and you will realize it कि मैं अब कहाँ जा रहा हूँ, where will I reach. And that is fearful, because they do not have the true knowledge that where they will lead. And that fear basically again forces you to think कि मैं क्या करता रहा सारी जिंदगी. Then what is that eternal thought, what is that truth which we should kept in mind throughout, we should keep in mind throughout the life. That's what the Bhagavad Gita and the knowledge, कि daily when you are performing the action, you should remember the God, कि it is the call of the God, it is the call of the God. And even at the end, my role is complete, it is now again the call of the God, I have to go. So this is a higher philosophy, but you will realize it later. But anyway, your questions are good. In fact, any other questions? Anybody? Please.
You mentioned different yogas in Bhagavad Gita,
Uh-huh.
like
Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Yes.
so, and previously you mentioned कि अगर कोई कर्म और ज्ञान में होगा तो उसके बाद ही भक्ति में कुछ ऐसा बोल रहे थे, completely surrender होता है. So is it not the case that Bhagavad Gita established that Bhakti Yoga is the perfect stage, like above all yogas?
Yes, it is above all yogas. That's what I'm saying. अब ना for the complete clarification, I tell you the very first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is Arjun Vishad Yoga, right? Arjun Vishad. Then the second chapter, Arjun Vishad Yoga. In a brief, I will say कि Arjun got confused. He didn't understand what is right, what is wrong, and he said in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Karpanya doshopahat swabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammurcheta yat shreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme शिष्यस्ते हम शाधि माम त्वाम प्रपन्नम, कि मैं अपनी कृपण दुर्बलता के कारण व्हाट इज़ राइट व्हाट इज़ रॉन्ग भूल चुका हूँ, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, और मैं आपकी शरण में आया हूँ. जो भी मेरे लिए निश्चय ही एक श्रेयकारी स्टेप है, मुझे मतलब जो भी मेरे लिए कल्याणकारी है, मुझे आप ज्ञान दें. मैं आपकी शरण में आया हूँ, मैं आपका शिष्य हूँ. दैट्स द एसेंस ऑफ फर्स्ट चैप्टर. देन द सेकंड चैप्टर कम्स सांख्य योग. Then Lord Krishna gives knowledge. सांख्य मीन्स कि उसको बताते हैं कि आपका थॉट प्रोसेस जो भी आप देख रहे हो इस बैटल फील्ड में वो गलत है, इसीलिए आप कंफ्यूज हो. आओ मैं आपके दिमाग की परसेप्शन ही चेंज करता हूँ. सांख्य योग इज़ अबाउट द नॉलेज. देन ही टॉक्स अबाउट द बॉडी एंड द सोल, दैट यू आर द डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन. सोल में सोल की प्रॉपर्टीज़ बताते हैं. नैनम छिंदंती शस्त्राणी नैनम दहती पावक न चैनम क्लेदयंत्यापो न शोष्यति मारुतः. ये प्रॉपर्टी है सोल की कि न शस्त्रों से काटा जा सकता है. वो उसको एक ज्ञान दिया. वासांसी जीर्णानी यथा विहाय. सो पहले तो फिर सेकंड चैप्टर में ये ज्ञान दिया उनको कि सांख्य योग में नॉलेज क्या है. फिर अर्जुन का क्वेश्चन आता है कि हम अगर आत्मा हैं और हम चले ही जाएंगे तो कर्म ही क्यों करना है. फिर भगवान का तीसरे में आता है चैप्टर कर्म योग है. तब वहाँ पे आप समझाते हैं कि कर्म तो करना पड़ेगा, कर्म के बिना सृष्टि नहीं चलेगी. तब उनको कर्म करने का तरीका बताते हैं कि आप ऐसे करो, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फलेतुः मा ते संगोस्तु कर्मणि. फिर पॉइंट ये भी आ जाता है कि कर्म भी जब आप करोगे, फिर अर्जुन कहता है भी ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि मैं कर्म करूं और आई कैन नॉट, मैं मेरी अटैचमेंट ही क्रिएट ना हो. अर्जुन पूछता है ये बात भगवान श्री कृष्ण से कि ये तब कहते हैं कि कर्म की देयर आर 3 काइंड्स ऑफ कर्मास. कर्म, अकर्म, विकर्म. एक तो कर्म हो गया जो हम डेली लाइफ में करते हैं, पुण्य कर्म हो गया जो भगवान. अकर्म जो है, जो सारा कर्म हम भगवान को समर्पित करके करते हैं, जो फल की इच्छा ना रखते हुए करते हैं, दैट इज अकर्म. इट इज़ बेसिकली अ स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. विकर्म जो है वो हम गलत भाव से करते हैं किसी को नुकसान पहुंचाने के लिए, तो वो कर्म बताते हैं कि इस तरीके से आप चलोगे तो वो कर्म होगा। फिर आगे आता है ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास योग। मतलब जो आपने प्रश्न पूछा है ना, ये आपने पूरी गीता का ही सार पूछ लिया कि जो कर्म योग है, पहले तो ये है कि इस सृष्टि में रहते हुए कर्म कैसे करना है। Bhagavad Gita doesn't says कि leave everything in this world, don't obey your responsibilities and then go back. Because when this knowledge, eternal knowledge has been given to Arjuna, it was in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This has certain significance. Otherwise, it could have been given in some temple, it could have been given at some Guru, Shishya Parampara like this, sitting there. So, war is the most stressful situation in the human life. अमेरिका जाता है, वॉर की थ्रेट देके वेनेजुएला का राष्ट्रपति उठा लेता है, उससे बड़ा कुछ नहीं है। वर्ल्ड वॉर का थ्रेट आ जाता है, वॉर तो लास्ट की सिचुएशन है। एंड इन दैट सिचुएशन इफ कृष्णा इज गिविंग नॉलेज टू अर्जुना, दैट मीन्स मैसेज इज कि लाइफ में जितनी मर्जी स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन आए, यू हैव टू मैनेज द बैलेंस, यू हैव टू यूटिलाइज दिस नॉलेज टू मेंटेन द की, दैट्स द मैसेज। तो जब ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास भी आ गया, तो जब ज्ञान भी आ गया, कर्म भी आ गया, और जब इसमें फिर आता है कि अभी तक आप वो करने वाले एक्शंस, वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट एक्शंस विच आर रिलेटेड टू यू, देन देयर आर 5 और 6 चैप्टर्स जिसमें भगवान विभूति योग और विश्व रूप दर्शन योग में अपना रूप दिखाकर कहते हैं कि यू आर सिंपली अ मीडियम, यू आर नॉट अ डूअर। करता भी मैं हूँ। अभी आई हैव नॉट टच्ड दैट चैप्टर, द रीजन बीइंग आई थॉट दैट probably it will become a heavy dose for you because you people are too young. तो भगवान उसमें जब विभूति योग और विराट योग में अपना रूप दिखाते हैं, तब बताते हैं कि आप तो सिर्फ माध्यम हो, करने कराने वाला मैं हूँ। तब सवाल ये उठता है कि कर्म अच्छा कौन सा, बुरा कौन सा। फिर भगवान गुणत्रय विभाग योग भी बताते हैं कि एवरी इंडिविजुअल इज बेसिकली blessed with 3 kinds of satoguna, rajoguna and tamoguna, and in the same personality. But one gun which is dominating inside a human being, he will get attracted towards that. Satoguna will be very peaceful. He will try to drive the logic behind every action. He will surrender it to the God like this. Rajoguni will be very passionate. He will try to achieve the materialistic object like this. And Tamoguni will be the totally destructive mood of mind. So when you realize all the things, it is a automatical stage comes when you are Sharanagati and you reach in a Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, see, without karma and jnana, if you are saying you are doing Bhakti, that is a blind Bhakti. That will not make sense. You don't know what actions to do, you don't know what knowledge to carry, then you are doing Bhakti, it is a blind Bhakti. But with the karma knowledge, if you are doing Bhakti, that makes much more meaningful, and Bhakti is there. It is the the supreme form of devotion is the Bhakti. True, you said true. But there is a proper line, there is a proper line of thought behind it, then only you will reach to Bhakti. Have I explained you in a sense? Are you contented to the reply? Any other question? Please, anybody else? Should I brief up now then? And these informations are available. My entire objective is to create realization inside you, and this realization is again and again based on the actions, what your daily routine are, in the early morning also, in the evening also. Try to connect with the supernatural power. In a scientific way, the entire world is the game of energy, entire universe is a game of energy. So try to attract the positive energy, and this will definitely allow you to keep your peace. You are already very intelligent, your capabilities, your IQs are very high. There is, I already told you, but only thing is to maintain the balance in the life also, because every successful person may not be contented, and that's why the majority of cases nowadays are happening this. So try to imbibe this information into your character. ज्ञान को जिए, और मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई है आप लोगों से बात करके। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
इस तरह की बात सुनते हैं, बिना फल की चिंता किए कर्म करो, although I am having clarity up to some extent, but फिर भी doubt मेरे मन में आता है
Uh-huh.
कि being a science student हमें सबसे पहले ही फल मतलब रिजल्ट
Mhm.
रिजल्ट को एम को ध्यान में रख के हम एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, हम कर्म करते
Mhm.
हैं. इट नेवर हैपन इन आवर लाइफ और इन द फील्ड ऑफ साइंस कि हम कहें कि एम को मत सोचो, आउटपुट को मत सोचो एंड डू एन एक्सपेरिमेंट. कर्म.
See, now may I answer?
See, it is not my question.
Okay,
पहली बात.
okay.
ये तो मैटर ऑफ डिस्कशन है, and since we are sitting in an engineering institute where all the students are
Yes.
science students,
Yes.
probably मुझे बहुत क्लियर नहीं है 2% 4% की क्या गीता ये कहना चाहती है कि नहीं एम तो है, कर्म भी करो, पर वो पूरा होगा कि नहीं ये मत सोचो. या तो इसका मतलब ये, या वो ये कह रही है गीता कि बिना आउटपुट के बारे सोचे हुए, बिना एम के बारे सोचे हुए आप एक्सपेरिमेंट करो. हमें तो सबसे पहले यही कहा जाता है एम, apparatus required, experiment, and एम मिला कि नहीं मिला. So I understand up to some extent कि शायद एम तो है लाइफ का पीस, तो भाई कर्म करो, लेकिन ये मत सोचो कि यही चीज मिलेगा मुझे. क्या मिलेगा वो मत सोचो. या तो ये कहना चाहती है गीता, या क्या इसमें थोड़ा सा फिर कभी समय मिले तो प्रोबेबली द सेशन इज ओवर, तो फिर मैं आप जब भी मौका मिलेगा मैं आपसे डिस्कस करूंगा.
My pleasure, because it needs elaboration from the complete point of view. कोई भी सब्जेक्ट, जैसे आप इंजीनियरिंग करते हैं, इंजीनियर तब तक नहीं कहे जाते जब तक 8 के 8 सेमेस्टर पास करके सभी सब्जेक्ट को नहीं टच कर लेते. और यही मैं आपके साथ शेयर भी करना चाहूँगा कि भगवद गीता पढ़ता कोई नहीं है, ये सुन सुन के इंटरप्रिटेशन जो करते हैं तभी हमारे माइंड में ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं. आदमी में यानी कि कर्म योग में और भक्ति योग में सबसे बड़ा रूप आता है विभूति योग, विराट रूप दर्शन योग, पुरुषोत्तम योग. जब भगवान ये भी बताते हैं मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम हेतु नानेन कौन्तेय जगद्वि परिवर्तिते, द इंटायर प्रकृति एंड द सृष्टि इज गवर्न्ड बाय मी एंड दिस चेंज विच इज हैपनिंग इज इट हैज़ टू बी. सो आप पहले कर्ता भाव में हो ही नहीं. टिल द टाइम you will not surrender to the God and you will not realize yourself that I am simply an actor, director is sitting somewhere else. Till then you cannot come out with this thought which I am the doer. This, when you say I am the doer, that is the only cause of the problem. But reality is there are, every individual is a doer. There are so many computers inside our mind, but the supercomputer who has created us somewhere, the bhakti, when that bhakti, actually what the Bhagavad Gita is basically connecting you with the God at every level of consciousness. He will reply all your questions, all your doubts. When I am addressing to you, I have a feeling that it is a call of the God. I don't know what will be the impact, whether good or bad, but I am thinking positive. I am considering it as a call of God. This action has been done. Now the time has been spent here. The energy has been exchanged. Now there will be some impact, either good or bad. But the good actions will have the good impact. Bad actions will have the bad impact. That's what the law of karma says. So when you adopt this bent of mind, when you associate every action with the Almighty, that it is the God, you will not feel stress. You will simply say, I have done my duty. Suppose you are a very big officer and you have been instructed by your highest officer, go and demolish some building. And the builder files a case in the court. Because of him, I have faced this much loss, so punish him. And when court issues the summon to you, you appears in the court and you say, but it's not my fault. I have been instructed by the senior man, my officer. So same stage of mind, you consider yourself as an instruction by the God. Then you will not feel guilt. It is the call of the God, I am doing it. This stage of mind with practice comes, with knowledge comes. It cannot come simply over a talk. But keep in touch with this knowledge and information, then only you can, enlighten yourself. And when the real enlightenment comes, nothing can disturb you. That's what the objective of this session is. Thank you.
Any good source of reading you can tell? Like there are many Bhagavad Gitas available in the market. Where
I personally follow Bhagavad Gita by Swami Ram Sukhdas. I have taken the Diksha also from the Guru Maharaj. And when you follow with that mindset, they elaborate every example in such a practical and simple manner, which you automatically you will get connected that state of mind. Although I have read Bhagavad Gita as it is also, but their explanation is not that much convincing, not convincing, rather say it is not elaborate, because shloks are same. You must be knowing this, there are 700 shloks in 18 adhyay, but I personally follow Swami Ram Sukhdas ji, which has helped me a lot. So I will suggest you to read that also. Yes, please. Yes.
Isn't that the case that when in fourth chapter Arjuna, Lord Krishna said Arjuna, "Ki I am revealing this knowledge to you because you are my friend and devotee." So the real knowledge, actually, like in ninth chapter also, Krishna says, "Raj Guhyam is a secret of all knowledges." So without devotion, we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Isn't that the case?
Yes.
I I meant to say that only by mental speculations we can't understand it.
Definitely. फर्स्ट थिंग इज, आपको ये समझना होगा कि आप इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में कोई बुक पढ़ते हैं, आप देखते हैं कि ऑथर कौन है, और जब आप पढ़ते हैं तो वो ऑथर का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होता है, उससे आप एग्री भी कर सकते हैं, इत्तेफाक रख भी सकते हैं, नहीं भी रख सकते। पर भगवत गीता खुद भगवान के मुख से निकली हुई वाणी है, और ये तो आपको इसी स्टेज ऑफ माइंड से समझ आएगी जब आप कहोगे ये भगवान ही कह रहे हैं। जब तक आप इस स्टेज ऑफ माइंड में नहीं आओगे, आपको समझ भी नहीं आएगी कि लिखा क्या हुआ है। और ये ज्ञान आया कहाँ से फिर? इमं विवस्वते योगम प्रोक्तवान हम व्ययम विवस्वान मनवेतरा मनुरिच्छवा कवे ब्रवीत। भगवान कहते हैं कि अर्जुन, सबसे पहले ये ज्ञान मैंने सूर्य देवता विवस्वान को दिया, विवस्वान ने ये ज्ञान मनुष्यों के पिता मनु को दिया, मनु ने ये ज्ञान इक्ष्वाकु को दिया, और आज मानव कल्याण में इस रणभूमि में उसके लिए मैं ये ज्ञान आपको दे रहा हूँ। तो फिर अर्जुन का क्वेश्चन वैसे फिर आ जाता है कि भाई आप तो अभी हो, फिर आप कह रहे हो सूर्य देवता को इतने सालों से पहले आपने ये ज्ञान कैसे दिया? उस समय किसने सूर्य देवता को ज्ञान दिया? फिर भगवान कहते हैं न त्वेवाहम जातु नासम न त्वम नेमे जनाधिपा न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम तत्पर। कि हम तो एनर्जी है ना, बेसिकली ये बर्थ और डेथ भी एनर्जी की ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रही है ना। तो भगवान कहते हैं कि स्थिति ऐसी भी नहीं थी कि ये एनर्जी पहले नहीं थी और ये एनर्जी बाद में नहीं रहेगी या हम नहीं रहेंगे। मैं उस समय भी था, मैं आज भी हूँ। तो इस तरीके से, तो जब तक हम इस स्टेज ऑफ माइंड में माइंड को पीसफुली भगवान को सरेंडर करके ये बुक नहीं पढ़ेंगे, तब तक हमें रियल नॉलेज नहीं आएगी। And when I share with you that I am also passed out from this institute, I used to be very energetic and very passionate that I have to achieve it. This is the success. God is simply a name for the losers and defeaters who cannot achieve anything in life. You know, he is just misguided by go and devote the God. But now with the passage of time, slowly and slowly understanding comes that everything is controlled by something. As an engineer, you will make some system, you are controlling something. So now again, if you experiment everything in your life, you will check it whether it is right or wrong, your life will be too short. Believe me that you adopt the knowledge which is written it is the words of the God, Namami Bhagavad Gitam Sarvadharma Gyayini. तो उसको आपको अडॉप्ट करके फिर चलना पड़ेगा। Any other question, please? Yes, yes.
Is it necessary to have a belief in God if you want to get into spirituality? Is it necessary?
नहीं, सुनिए, आपका CPU है माइंड में, ठीक है? He can bear the load up to some extent. Now the question is, एक छिपकली छत पे चिपकी हुई है। छिपकली ये समझ रही है कि छत को मैंने उठाया हुआ है, क्या होगा अगर ये छत गिर गई तो बच्चे इतने बैठे हैं, ये भी मर जाएंगे, मैंने ये किया हुआ है, मैंने वो किया हुआ है। अपने आप को स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन में क्रिएट कर लेती है। द मोमेंट शी चेंजेस द थॉट कि आई एम सिंपली अटैच्ड टू द वॉल, every stress is relieved. So now the question is, till the time you are attached with the feeling that I am the doer, your peak mental efficiency will not come. This is a scientific way to assume that somebody is there to control things. I am the only one who can do the duty. So this will release all your pressure and stress, and automatically you will come out in the best version, and you will do what you can do. And logically also, just remove your emotions in your statement and think. You can simply do the action. You cannot be sure of your result. If let us assume that we can decide the results also, then can this world be like this? Everybody should have decided the result will be there, result will be there. So at some point of time you have to surrender. It is not me, my perception is wrong. There is somebody else who is controlling it. And when you assume this, when you start behaving like this, automatically you will feel the best energy, and you are energized, you are very energetic, your health problems are okay. Till now you are very at young age. Most of the people, the average lifespan of the whole country is decreasing, and go someday in the PGI hospital, which is very near to you, you will find that people at very early ages are falling prey to diseases because of this mental stress traumas which are happening. So God is there. Actually it is there, but because you are not realizing it, I will say a stage will come, you will realize it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doubting your capability and potential. Please sir, please, it is my honor.
If everything is controlled by the karma,
Yes.
then what is the role of God?
What is the role of God, sir? I had this question in my mind, and I kept a very strong study on it. कि there are two contradictory threads when I say कि एक तो जो करेगा भगवान करेगा, और फिर अर्जुन जो गीता का ज्ञान दे रहे हैं कर्म करो, ये क्या स्थिति है जो सर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है। इसको सर डीप में जाके, बच्चों के लिए तो पता नहीं अभी ये चीज़ समझ आएगी कि नहीं, पर भगवान ये कह रहे हैं कि कर्मों के अनुसार परिस्थितियां आएंगी आपके जीवन में। परिस्थितियां आपकी लॉस की भी हो सकती हैं, परिस्थितियां किसी की मृत्यु की भी हो सकती है, वांटेड अनवांटेड परिस्थितियां आपके राजा बनने की भी हो सकती हैं। वो कर्म के अनुसार आएगी। वो उन परिस्थितियों में विवेक के अनुसार क्या कदम उठाना है, ये करने के लिए फ्री विल आपका है। दैट मीन्स सिचुएशन विच कम इन योर लाइफ is based on your karmas in the previous birth or in the past time in the same birth. That is decided by the God, but how to handle this situation which has come is to be decided by you only with the free will. For example, in this Peck Institute, suppose 800 people has come. This is based on your good deeds, good actions that you got admission here. But now how to utilize this time span is again your vision, your desire, sir. This is the fact, because 100% people will not get successful even from this institute. That is very true. So based on the actions, how you spent your 4 years in this, that means you are free to do your actions, but the situations will be driven by God. Then your actions will be decide your future course of action. Am I making sense, sir? Yes, something else please.
Is this Vishwarup that we are calling Virat Roop?
Yes.
Is it the same that is shown in every serials or pictures?
Yes sir.
Is it same? Or
यस सर, सेम सेम। वो देखने के बाद अर्जुन हाथ जोड़कर भी खड़े हो जाते हैं और कहते हैं माफ़ी, मैंने आपको मित्र कहा, सखा कहा, मैंने क्या क्या आपके कंधे पे हाथ रख के आपके साथ खाना खाया, सब कुछ खाया, वो मेरी गलती है कि आप सब। एंड सर इवन यू टॉक अबाउट द फिजिक्स कॉन्सेप्ट ऑल्सो, ये प्रोटॉन, इलेक्ट्रॉन, न्यूट्रॉन जो निकल कर आ रहा है, ये जो आप 3 गुण इंसान के अंदर हम बता रहे हैं कि सतोगुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण, प्रोटॉन, इलेक्ट्रॉन, पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव, न्यूट्रल चार्ज, अल्टीमेटली व्हेन यू विल कीप ऑन सर्चिंग द स्मॉलेस्ट पार्टिकल ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड, यू विल रीच एट द सेम स्टेज. Every श्लोक ऑफ भगवद गीता is linked with the physics only. यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. भगवान कह रहे हैं जब भी धर्म का नाश होगा, अधर्म आएगा, तब तब मैं अपने आप को सृजित करूंगा बैलेंस करने के लिए. एनर्जी बैलेंस का कॉन्सेप्ट तो फिजिक्स में भी है. वो पॉजिटिव चीज़, नेगेटिव चीज़, वो बैलेंस तो करता ही है, ये इस नेचर की प्रॉपर्टी है. लेकिन सवाल ये, हर कोई आदमी फिजिक्स का स्टूडेंट नहीं है, तो उनके लिए ये श्लोक यहाँ से बना दिया गया है. लेकिन ये बात तो सही है कि नेचर अपने आप को बैलेंस करता है, तभी ये चल रहा है सृष्टि. So same Vishwarup Darshan Yoga mein, when you find that every Jivatma is somewhere the form of God, then you come to know that we are nothing. अभी हम अपने आप को बहुत मीनिंगफुल आदमी मान रहे हैं, बहुत तगड़ी फोर्स मान रहे हैं, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली व्हेन वी कम टू नो अबाउट द विश्वरूप दर्शन योग, देन वी विल बी इन अ सिचुएशन टू अंडरस्टैंड वी आर नथिंग. We are nothing. We are simply a devotee of the God. Whatever good or bad is written in this destiny, we have to face it. Situation will come in our life, but accordingly, with the wisdom, we will control it and we will direct it. We are sitting on the steering, we will direct it now where we'll go. And this thing will keep on happening. Sir, any other question? Thank you. Anybody else? It is actually a very delightful moment for me to interact with you all. My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very wonderful talk by Deepak sir. So I thank you, sir, for here.
My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
And so when you perform action but without reaction, then you can escape from the miseries of daily routine. So I am sure you might be having any wonderful key takeaways of yours also. So anyone would like to share anything about their personal spiritual experiences, or you at least I'm confident in a day like you will be devoting at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the morning or evening somewhere, or you face various kinds of doubts during these spiritual studies. So it's a right platform if you can get it cleared right now. Any questions related to that?
What should I understand now when people are silent? That means everything is clear or all clear? Balance. Yes, it is actually a very high philosophy, which need the practical life. So you are at the budding age right now. So information has been given to you, but realization will come after slowly and slowly. It gets into your character. Then realization will come. But fact is, it is the highest philosophy. No philosophy is above this.
So I thank you, sir.
It's
On
my
the behalf
pleasure.
of Dhyan Kendra Punjab Engineering College,
My pleasure, sir.
I just present you a small token of gratitude from
It's my
Dhyan
pleasure.
Kendra.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure.